Good?
Good.
Okay, so if you watched our last episode, we were arriving in Darwin and we basically took you through like all of the isolation stuff we've been up to. We spent in Melbourne 7 weeks in isolation before jumping on a flight to Darwin. Now we are in our 14-day hotel isolation. How's it been? So it's day 4?
Day 4. No, it's been fine. Like everything else is hotel office. It's been quite good. The food, the apartment.
It's a pretty nice place to be honest. It's so much bigger than I expected.
We can't really complain for being quarantined in this.
So the way it's worked so far is we've had 4 days. We arrived on Monday and today is now Friday. So we're like closing in on our first week, which is really exciting. And obviously 2 weeks to go, it's a full 14 days. So we arrived at 7 o'clock on a Monday and will be released on midday in 2 Mondays' time. So they count the day that you arrive, which is awesome. I think other places like Melbourne, when they were doing the hotel quarantines, were way more strict. But anyway, it's been fine. And we thought in this little quick episode, we are gonna just give you a bit of a tour of what this place looks like. I've had a lot of friends and family asking like, what's the accommodation like? You know, do you have lots of space? Is there space you can exercise in? Can you get away from each other? Because 14 days is a long time to spend with another person when you can't get away from them.
Yeah. So, and we're fortunate. We've got a 2-bedroom apartment, but still, like, you can be quite claustrophobic in such a small space.
Exactly. So just to answer a couple of other little questions we've had about the hotel isolation is that it does cost. So before, there was a period of time during April where the government wasn't charging people to be quarantined because there's a lot of people still overseas that need to be repatriated back home. But now that everyone's had a chance to get home, anyone traveling now has to pay for their hotel quarantine. I'm not totally sure what the other states are like and how their quarantine situations work.
Yeah, my understanding is that the NT seems to be the strictest of borders.
Yeah, so this is costing $1,200 for low income earners each and $2,500 for people who earn above a certain threshold. But you can find all the details on the NT like coronavirus health website and there's like tons of information there. And basically we worked out that everything they said is true. In our hotel, so we're staying at the Quest in Parap, there's only about 10 others here and there is no one else using the hotel. And we honestly haven't heard a peep from anybody else. It's a bit eerie. You sort of feel like you've got the whole hotel to yourself.
Yeah, we've heard nothing. And we've been doing a lot of exercises, so I'm always worried about the thumping and all that we've been doing. I'm jumping on the beds and that, but we've heard not a peep from anyone else.
It's been really interesting. And in terms of like the rules and stuff, which is another common question I've had so far, is that we'll show you our room. We're not allowed outside of the front door. So anything inside the front door, we're allowed to, you know, balcony, living room, we're allowed to use the whole area, but outside the door is an absolute no-go. So the only time we're allowed to open the door is to receive our food or receive any goods that are left for us.
Also to leave out rubbish, linen, they're not allowed to come into our room. So
our rooms don't get cleaned for the 2 weeks we're here, which is fine. They bring us cleaning products and everything that we could need to do that.
Toilet rolls.
We need some more toilet rolls actually. Just thinking of that. But we have a balcony outside which we'll show you, and our mates and friends and family are allowed to come in and say hello to us from the balcony and bring us anything that we need. We did a Coles online order and
yeah, she did, and she bought me a shitload of snacks.
I got so many snacks. The health officer who dropped us off here on Monday night basically said there's no rules except stay in your room. So if your friends want to bring you a box of beers, you're allowed to have a box of beers up here. You can have alcohol delivered, anything you like basically. And they're really chill. So
proper welfare of Darwin.
I'm grateful for that. He's like, yeah, you're in Darwin, you can have drinks. And in terms of our meals, we'll show you, we're going to do an episode next week where we just like show you what we do in a day around here, which isn't very exciting. It's mostly just work and I'm learning how to crochet and Kieran's getting a lot of video gaming in. But the most exciting part of our day is when the food arrives. So we'll show you that. Basically, they just knock on our door and there's like a parcel of food there and we're never quite sure what it's going to be.
Oh. And that thumping of the door when it happens.
It scares the shit out of you because you're like, who is it? What is happening?
And Hannah scatters towards the door and looks under the door and makes sure they're gone.
I get so excited. The food deliveries are the best part. And other than that, we get a phone call for a welfare check, every day or two from either the police or the Northern Territory Family and Welfare Committee or something like that.
Yeah.
And they've been great, and essentially if you need anything they'll help you out with that. So we've been looked after really, really well.
Yeah, no, our health is their first priority. So even though we're being quarantined, they are worried about our welfare,
For sure.
Obviously our health. I accidentally said that and had a digestive problem,
And they freaked out.
And they freaked out, and they called up the doctors. It's like, oh, what's up? Like, is everything alright?
I'm
It's
like, totally fine.
no, it's alright. Kieran just doesn't know how to talk properly.
I just have PCOS. Like, it's not a big deal. And they're like freaked out. Perfect, too easy. Thanks for the call. Really appreciate it. Bye. Hannah, we have the doctor on the phone for you because your husband told us that you're having digestion issues. And I was like, oh fuck. So that was funny. But anyway, we'll give you a bit of a tour of the room. It's a beautiful day outside. We've just spent the morning sitting on the balcony having breakfast. And it's Friday, which means it's the weekend tomorrow. I'm so excited
So looking forward. We just want to be able to do us. We've been doing a lot of work since being in quarantine. So once again, it's been good for us.
New website coming at the end of quarantine. I'm very excited for it. I'm so excited for all that new content.
She's been punching out vlogs every day. So I'm excited for her to get that finally released because it's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's do this room tour.
All right, let's do the room tour.
Okay. So this is our front door. We're not allowed out of this front door, but we can open it every now and again, and we're going to do it sneaky because we've already had breakfast. But the only time we're allowed to open it is to see if there's food. There is no food, but there is some rubbish. I always get really nervous opening the door because I'm like, I was watching some friends who were in the Melbourne hotel quarantine, and every time I opened the door, like the guards would be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But we're really lucky because we don't have that kind of strictness here, which is great.
It's Darwin.
Anyway, that's our front door. That's the most exciting part of the hotel.
That's the outside world.
I can't wait to do the release. How good is it?
Yeah, I know.
I'm so excited. Anyway, we come into the kitchen. We have a full-size fridge, a freezer full of food, and a fridge full of food, thanks to all our snacks.
Oh, God.
I know, it's hectic. We've got a full-size kitchen, toaster with a microwave, a ton of, you know, everything you might possibly need to live here. A cupboard full of snacks.
Proudly sponsored by Hannah and Coles.
Well, Kieran paid for it, but I wanted it. And a second cupboard full of snacks.
You spent so much time trying to get those Kellogg's up there.
I know, I was trying to make it look pretty. And also a stovetop, an oven, and a dishwasher, which is total luxury, except that we get 3 meals a day delivered, so we literally don't need to cook anything.
Yeah.
Like, I actually want to just cook a meal for myself, but they just all get delivered. Anyway.
No, it's a nice little setup for a kitchen in a hotel.
It's an amazing, like, hotel kitchen. I'm very impressed with what we got.
Because we worked out the cost. Like, the cost of the hotel room was like $250.
Yes, this is a 2-bedroom apartment, like a serviced apartment, and if you were to stay here outside of quarantine, you get your breakfasts, but it's $250 just to stay here. Crazy. So I feel pretty lucky to be here.
Yeah, it works out about being $97 a night.
80 something, I think I did the calculation yesterday. When we were downstairs when we first arrived, the lady was like, oh, you've got a lot of stuff, do you want a 1-bedroom apartment? And I was like, well, I know you have 2-bedroom apartments, can we have one of those? And she was like, oh yeah, sure. Yes. Anyway, we have a great dining table. This is where Kieran works most of the day. And then I work over here at the desk because I'm clearly
the executive.
I'm the executive of this company.
Yep.
So we have our desk, plenty of storage, and we've actually just tidied up. It's usually an absolute shit show around here. But you know, when you tidy it up, there's a lot of space. We have a massive living area, huge TV. Kieran thankfully bought all of his consoles, so we have access to like Netflix and YouTube and Stan and all of that great stuff.
Yeah.
So usually in the afternoons, I'll sit on the couch and crochet and watch Friends, and Kieran will game, which has been so nice. And then out here,
This is the one thing you wanted from the hotel quarantine, wasn't it?
I was stressing so hard that I wouldn't have a balcony because you just need fresh air. Like, my thing is to sit outside and have a cup of tea every morning, and if I couldn't have done that, I think I would have like been way worse off. But we have this balcony. It's not a great view. We're looking at the Pratt Primary School, which is kind of entertaining in the morning to see all the parents and kids going to school.
We saw one parent cry this morning.
Yeah, very emotional lady. Anyway, there's not much to see and do out here. We have a table. We eat our breakfast out here.
This is where we have our morning meetings.
Yes, our staff meetings happen out here, and that's where the air conditioned vent is. It smells really weird. And I'll take you in and show you our 2 bedrooms and our bathroom. So we were so lucky to be given 2 bedrooms because we have 7 suitcases worth of stuff because we're obviously moving up here for 2 months. 6 months.
Yeah, it's more than that.
Yeah. So in here we have our bathroom, which by the way has a bath. My God, so lucky. And vanity and a toilet, and it's so free and spacious. Like, this is bigger than the house we're moving into after this.
Yeah, isn't it?
And then our 2 bedrooms. This is where I go to cry and sit amongst my things. It's an absolute shambles in here. So we're sort of treating this as like our spare room because like I said, we have so much luggage, like insane amounts. Kieran's bought all his cricket gear, I've got all my camera gear.
You brought one bag full of crocheting stuff.
One suitcase was just blocks of chocolate and crocheting equipment.
Vital.
I'm just grateful that we can bring this much stuff. And then we have our master bedroom, which you guys saw before with a TV and a ginormous bed. And the bed is so comfy, isn't it?
It is. It's two singles, but very comfy.
I didn't even notice the bump in the middle.
Really?
And I've been sleeping like an angel.
Yeah.
And I usually don't like hotel beds, so yeah, I think we've done really, really well. I'm very happy with what we've been given. And I think because we've been so busy and the hotel room is so big and spacious and nice, the time's actually going really fast. Whereas I feel really sorry for the people who ended up at like the Crown Hotel in Melbourne, because their rooms were just like, they had a beautiful big window with a view, but that was it. They just had a bed and a bathroom. It's like, I don't know that I could do 2 weeks like that.
Nah.
Particularly after having this. Like, we have like landed the jackpot.
No.
So good.
Very fortunate as well because the club has helped us out with the costs of being up here.
We're so grateful for the cricket club for helping us out. There's no way we would have been able to do this if they hadn't helped us. We would still be in Melbourne like shivering and having like a summer dress in the sunshine.
That's all you wanted was to be able to put on a cute dress. You've just been wearing your baggy clothes.
Yeah, to be honest, the last 3 days I've just worn my underwear because it's like, you don't even need clothes in Darwin.
No.
You could be a nudist after that. Anyway, that's our hotel. Our next episode will be a bit of a day in the life of. And I think we'll film that next week just to see sort of how we're feeling after, 10 days in hotel isolation. Because, I don't know, yesterday and today I'm sort of starting to feel a bit like claustrophobic. Like I would like to go outside and go for a long walk. But that's probably the only icky feeling I've had. Other than that, it's just like, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as everyone's been saying. It is not like prison at all. It's amazing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that episode. And if you have any questions about like moving interstate during coronavirus, what the hotel isolation is like, just leave comments below or talk to us on Instagram because I had a gazillion questions before we did this on Monday. And it would have put my mind at ease a lot knowing that it's, not as bad as everyone says.
Han's very active on YouTube and Instagram, so
I love a chat.
she loves a good
Message
chat.
me on Instagram, I have nothing better to do, so come talk to me. I love it.
She's sick of her partner.
Okay.
Hungry boy.
Still no food.
That f***ing TV. F***ing headbutted it.